Hello everyone. How nice to see you again. I hope you had a nice break over the last week, and I hope you're enjoying being back at school if you're there, or being back doing some, I don't know, slightly different activities if you're still at home. So it's time for us to carry on with our Peter and the Wolf story, find out about a new instrument and a new character. But first of all, we're going to get ourselves warmed up, ready for some singing a little bit later on. So I want to see if you can do these actions, and I'm going to do them very quickly so that we can move on. This song is called Movability. Some of you may have done it before. So just for the first bit of the song, I just need you to move your body everywhere. Just move it everywhere. Move, move, movability. You can dance, you can do whatever you like. Just get yourselves moving. Shake, jump, whatever you want. Fab, you can do that. The next thing I want you to do is to chop, and see if you can do it along to the music. Chop, chop, chopability, chop, chop, chopability, just like that. Fabulous. Next thing I want you to do is squeeze. You can squeeze your hands, you can squeeze your face, you can squeeze your knees together, you can squeeze your shoulders, everything. Squeeze ability, squeeze ability. Everything in this song is ability. Squeeze ability, chop ability, move ability. I don't know why, it's just fun. Next one, once you've squeezed, then what you've got to do is the opposite. Stretch. Stretch your eyebrows, stretch your ears, stretch your face, stretch your arms as far as they'll go, up, down, wherever you like. You could even stretch up on your toes. Just stretch that squeeze out. Super. Next one, we're going to just push. Push ability. Push those hands out like that. You can bend your knees and do it if you want to. Fabulous. Gosh, this is like a workout. We'll be exhausted by the end of it. Then fan ability. Give yourself a bit of a cool down after all that pushing. Super. And then just to get yourself moving again, I want you to bounce. Now, I'm not going to jump up and down, because when I do that, my whole hut moves, and including the microphone. So I'm just going to do it with my knees. Bounce ability. You can hear the creaky floorboards. Yes. And then the last one is going to be skiing. Just imagine that you are skiing down the mountain like that. Fabulous. And to finish off with, it does movability again. So use any part of your body you like to just get moving. Okay? Whew. Do you think you can remember all of those? Doesn't really matter, because I'll shout at you as we go along anyway. Okay, here we go. So moving first. Squeezing, stretching, pushing, fanning, bouncing, skiing, and then moving all over again. Right, cross fingers it works. Here we go. Hopefully it's not too loud. Well, now that's not the song I thought it was going to be. That's because I've got the wrong CD. Let's try that again. I've used completely the wrong song. Not to worry, it happens. You know what it's like. I do it all the time at school, don't I? Okay, right, now we've got the right CD in. I've got 3 this week, so that's why I'm easily confused. Right, here we go. Let's try it. Number 29. On. I mean, that was a beautiful song. Oh, on this one. But we'll learn that another day, maybe. Here we go. Sorry about that. Moving! Move, move, movability, move, move, anywhere. Movability, move, move, movability, movability now. Now chop, 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 chopability, chop, chop, chopability, chop, chop. Chopability, chopability now. Now squeeze, 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 squeezability, squeeze, squeeze all your face. Squeezability, squeeze, squeeze all your body. Squeezability, squeezability now. Now stretch it out. Stretch, stretch, stretchability, stretch, stretch, stretchability, stretch, stretch, stretchability, stretchability now. Now push, 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 pushability, push, push, pushability, push, push. Pushability, pushability now. Ooh. Fan, fan, fanability, fan, fan, fanability, fan, fan, fanability, fanability. ability now. Bounce, 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 bounce ability, bounce, bounce, bounce ability, bounce, bounce, bounce ability, bounce ability now. Ski, 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 ski ability, ski, ski, ski ability, ski, ski, ski ability now. Last time to move, 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 move ability, move, move, move ability, move, move, move ability now. Well done, you. Excellent. Even though I got the wrong CD, we did it in the end. Fabulous. Time to sit back down. And time, if you can, to go and find a bit of paper and a pen or a pencil or a whiteboard and a pen, something that you can draw some rhythms on this week. So if you haven't, pause, go find some and come straight back. Okay, got it, brilliant. Cross fingers, you should only need one piece, but A4 would be really good. You know A4, that sort of size? That would be excellent, because we're going to see if we can write out the rhythm for Naughty Pussycat. I'm sure you remember this really, really well. We're going to do that as the last activity with Naughty Pussycat, but to start off with, let's see if we can do something really clever. Now, I'm sure you can remember how it goes. It's an easy song to sing, right? We got it? Should we sing it together just to remind ourselves? Are you ready? Off we go. Naughty Pussycat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, Naughty Pussycat. Scat! Got it? One more time. Are you ready? Off we go. Naughty Pussycat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, Naughty Pussycat. Scat! Okay, great. Now, here's the clever thing. With a song like that, you can split it into more than two parts. If we were all together in the classroom and we were allowed to sing at the same time, we could do something called a cannon. Not the kind of cannon that you fire cannonballs out of in a pirate ship. No, it's a cannon with one N. A cannon. And what that means is you can have more than two parts singing the same song at different times. So this is what we're going to try today. Okay, so what happens is we sing the song all the way through 2 times. When we get to the 3rd time, right, you're going to start to sing the song exactly the same again, but I'm going to sing the song just a little bit after you. I'm going to sing it like a whole 2 beats later. So it'll be like this. You'll start singing and then it'll be me. Naughty pussycat. Do you see? But you carry on singing the song as if it was perfectly normal. There's just something else happening on top. I'm going to play it on the CD so that you can hear how that should sound. Okay? So to start off with, we sing the whole thing all the way through 2 times. Easy peasy, no problem. We can do that. And then the cannon starts. So listen really carefully to see if you can work out how you're going to do it. Naughty pussycat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, naughty pussycat. Sing again. And then it's the children. Naughty pussycat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, naughty pussycat. Scat! So now this is going to be your part starting. Naughty pussycat, that's me. That's you. That's me. That's you. You have butter on your whiskers, naughty pussycat. Scat! Scat! Did you hear how it all fits together? Oh, it's a bit of a challenge to do on an online lesson, but we're going to see if we can do it. Should we do it? Should we have a go? So you just sing the song all the way through 3 times. Don't try putting your fingers in your ears because I'm doing something different, because you kind of need to hear what's going on to work out what a canon is. Okay? Right. You ready? From the beginning. You just do it 3 times. It's a canon. We can do this. Off we go. Sit up. Naughty pussycat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, naughty pussycat. Scat! 1, 2, 3, 4. Naughty pussycat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, naughty pussycat. Scat! Right, so you ready? You're going to start, and then it's me. Naughty pussycat, you are very fat. Very fat. You have butter on your whiskers, naughty whiskers, naughty cat. Scat! Did you do it? Did you manage it? Oh, I hope so. Maybe one day when we're all allowed to get back together again and sing at the same time, or we can do it outdoors, we could have a go at doing that together, because it's a really clever thing. The other amazing thing about canons is you can start your second part at any point in the song, and you can have more than 2 parts going at the same time. Now then, I hope you were noticing that I was doing this at the ends of a couple of those phrases. Can you remember why? What do we call that shh in the music? A rest, everybody. Brilliant. So you remember that we have got some signs for the fast notes, the tetes, and we've got some signs for the tars, the longer notes, and a little sign for the shh, the rests. So I want you to get your paper and your pencil now, and I want you to have a think about each of those sentences. Let's say them first. We've done this before, and then what I want you to do is to see if you can write out the signs for each of those sentences. So you remember that tetes are like goalposts, tars are just a line, and the rests are a Z shape. Okay, so we're ready? We're going to say it first, and then you're going to see if you can write it down. Now, if you put your A4 like this, that way, you might struggle to get all of your rhythms on if you do them nice and big. You might manage it, because I want to see you do them quite nice and big. It might be easier if you have it that way. Okay? So do one sentence as one line, and then do the next sentence as another line. So you should have 4 sentences, 4 phrases in the end. Okay, here we go. So we're going to say them and clap them at the same time. Ready, steady, off we go. Naughty pussycat, shh. Now let's do it with tetes and tars. Off we go. Te-te-te-te-tar, shh. That's your first phrase. See if you can write that down for me using those goalposts, lines and Zs. We'll do it again. Te-te-te-te-tar, shh. What does that look like when you write it down? Okay, now let's do phrase 2. You are really fat. What's that going to sound like? Off we go. You are really fat. Shh. Let's do it with tetes and tars. Off we go. Te-te-te-te-tar. Shh. Is that the same as the one we had to start off with? Te-te-te-te-tar. Write that one down underneath the one you did first of all. Okay? Got it. Now then, third line. You have butter on your whiskers. Ooh, have a listen to that. Off we go. You have butter on your whiskers. How does that go? Te-te-te-te-tar. a nice easy one, isn't it? Just make sure you've got the right amount of them. Te, 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 te. Yes? Remember that te, te is a goalpost. 2 te sounds make a goalpost shape. Te, 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 te. I've given you clues there. And the last phrase. Naughty pussy cat scat. What about that? We're going to use the scat as a sound, aren't we? So that needs its own symbol. Naughty pussy cat scat. Te, 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 ta, ta. Can you write that one down? Te, 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 ta, ta. Great. Okay, if you need a little bit of time just to sort that out, pause the video. But if not, let's carry on. I have written this rhythm of the whole piece down on the back of my board here. Ha ha ha! What I've done though is I've been sneaky. Because, if you notice, the first 2 phrases, naughty pussy catch, you were getting fetch, are the same. I've just written it once. So here we go. It's a bit scraggy, I'm afraid. My whiteboards are getting a bit tired. This is what you should have written. Here we go. That's the first phrase. Can you see? Te, 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 ta, sh. And you should have that 2 times because there are 2 phrases the same. Okay? Well done if you got that right. What about the third one? You have butter on your whiskers. It should look like this. Te, 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 te. Yeah? Good job. And then what about the last one? It does sound a bit like the first 2, doesn't it? Should look like that. Naughty pussy cat scat. Te, 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 ta, ta. Did you get it right? Oh, I hope so. We'll do a little bit more work at that when we all finally get together. But hopefully, you did it and it was okay. Do you know what? My naughty pussycat has been sitting with me through the entire morning whilst I've been doing these videos today, and he hasn't moved a muscle. Perhaps the song should be Lazy Pussycat. He's right over there. Great fat thing he is too. It's time for us to find out about the next character in the Peter and the Wolf story. If you have watched the video that I sent the link for early on, you'll know what comes next. If you've been paying attention to the story and the title of the story, you'll know who comes next. It's the wolf. Finally, we get to find out about the wolf. So where we left the last part of the story, Peter had been playing with the animals, the duck, the cat and the bird, thank you, in the meadow, where he shouldn't have been. So grandfather grumpily comes out to take him back into the farmyard and shuts the gate. Okay, so that's as far as we've got. We have heard the strings playing Peter's sounds, his tunes. The flute's been playing the bird tune. The oboe been playing the duck. And the cat's played by the clarinet. So we've had 3 wind instruments there. The 4th one was the bassoon. Do you remember the big long tube of wood that plays the grumpy grandfather? So here is the wolf. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the instrument is that plays his tune. I want to see if you might be able to guess. I'll pause it after a little while and then we'll talk about the instrument. But oh my goodness, this is where the drama really starts. Here we go.
No sooner had Peter gone than a big grey wolf did come out of the forest.
gracious, doesn't it sound dramatic? What clever writing, really clever writing. So what instrument do you think is playing the wolf's tune there? Can you guess which family of instruments it might be from? It doesn't sound like a stringed instrument, does it? There are strings playing, but not playing the tune. Does it sound like something you might blow? Well, we know it's not the woodwind instruments, the oboe, the flute, the bassoon, or the clarinet. It's got to be something else. It's from the brass family, the same family that has things like trumpets and trombones and tubas. But this is a very spectacular instrument called the French horn. Look at that. It's the curliest, whirliest instrument you can get. If you unravelled this instrument, it would be even bigger than the bassoon. 12 feet long. It's got 12-foot long tubes where the vibrations get bigger and more impressive. And you blow it by doing this. It's really hard. The vibrations of your lips are what make the sound in a brass instrument, not the air going through the reeds that vibrate, your lips, and they're made bigger by that 12-foot long tube. There are 3 of them playing the wolf's tune, 3 French horns playing the tune, and they're playing quite low down in their range, their lower voices, and that's what makes it sound dark and menacing. Can you also hear the strings and the rest of the orchestra shivering away underneath? Oh, it just makes it all very, very dramatic. So, out comes the wolf. Creep, creep, creep. What happens next? Oh dear. It's not going to end well. You can hear the orchestra shivering. You can hear the cymbal shivering. It's all written to make it very scary. What happens now?
In a twinkling, the cat climbed up the tree.
You can imagine the cat settling on a branch somewhere,
The duck
watching.
quacked, and in her excitement, jumped right out of the pond.
Oh no! Stupid duck has jumped out of the pond!
But no matter how hard the duck tried to run, she couldn't escape the wolf. He
Uh-oh!
was getting nearer, nearer, and catching up with her. And then he got her, and with one gulp, swallowed her.
Uh-oh! Not good. Oh dear. So, the cat has run up the tree. The duck's been swallowed by the wolf, but you can still hear her inside the wolf's tummy. Can you hear her tune? He swallowed her alive. Goodness gracious me, what's going to have next? That's so dramatic, isn't it? What clever, clever writing Prokofiev does to make you really, really scared of the wolf. He really uses his orchestra very, very well. So, what I want you to do for homework this week is to draw a wanted poster for the wolf. In the olden days, when there were criminals who used to go stealing people's horses and things like that, they would make these posters that would be stuck up in the village green on the board or something, or trees and stuff, or people's doorways. Wanted Billy the Kid for sheep theft and making a huge racket. That kind of thing. So what I want you to do is to draw a wanted poster for the wolf. So you might want to draw a picture of what the wolf looks like. You might want to write why this wolf is wanted. Why do they want to catch him? Why is he so bad? What's he done? Think of some things that the wolf might have done to be so bad and for them to want to catch him. That should look fantastic. You can make it as big as you like. You can do paints, you can do felt tips, you can do crayons, anything you like. And I would love to see them. So when we come back to school, keep them or send them to your teachers now. Big Bad Wolf wanted posters. Fantastic. That would be great. Shall we learn a really quick song before it's time for us to go? Let's do it. Okay, so this is, it's one of these songs that I've made up as I go along. It was a song to start off with about birds. And I thought, why don't we add a couple of the characters from the Peter and the Wolf story? Okay? So it's nice and easy. And you can learn it in a jiffy. Goes like this. See, 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 3 birds are in a tree. One can chirp and one can sing. One is just a tiny thing. See, 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 3 birds are in a tree. Okay, do you get the idea? So I'll go first, then it's you. See, see, see. You do it. See, see, see. My go. 3 birds are in a tree. Your go. 3 birds are in a tree. Easy. Next bit. One can chirp and one can sing. You'll go. One can chirp and one can sing. One is just a tiny thing. You'll go. One is just a tiny thing. Good. And then it's almost like the beginning. See, see, see. 3 birds are in a tree. You'll go. See, see, see. 3 birds are in a tree. So there's a little bit of a pattern. See, 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 3 birds are in a tree at the beginning and the end. And it's just the middle that's different. One can chirp and one can sing. One is just a tiny thing. Let's go. See, 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 3 birds are in a tree. One can chirp and one can sing. One is just a tiny thing. See, 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 3 birds are in a tree. Now then, next bit, 3 cats are over there. Purr, purr, purr. One is fat and one is thin. One wants you to play with him. Off we go. Purr, purr, purr. 3 cats are over there. One is fat and one is thin. One wants you to play with him. Purr, purr, purr. 3 cats are over there. We've got to have the wolf. Last thing. Hush, hush, hush. 3 wolves are in a bush. One can growl and one can munch. What do you think the next line's going to be? One would like you for his lunch. Hush, hush, hush. Here we go. Hush, hush, hush. 3 wolves are in a bush. One can growl and one can munch. One would like you for his lunch. Hush, hush, hush. 3 wolves are in a bush. If you want to join in with that song, you can always rewind and do it all over again. But in the meantime, I shall see you next time. Enjoy your wanted wolf posters. Take care now. Bye.